It's good to be back on the road again. Okay, both thinking. That's not there in the live feed yet. Oh, wait a minute. Got some action here. Okay, come on. Well, there we go. Now maybe I can see if there's anybody in the chat. Looks like my iMac's gonna load up first. And the winner is... We'll see her shortly. See which one pops on first. There we go. I see some people now. Finally see the chat. Working on this one here next. But we got Bernie H. first in the live chat. 201-202. Matty Ice Cards. Bernie H. saying hi to Matty. Matt, aka Semi Truck 75. What's up, everyone? Then we got Matty Ice Card, Bernie, Don, Matt, Sensei Domino. Hey, Don, Bernie, Matty, Ice, Semi Truck, and all. Dragon Fan Tim still not here as usual. Bernie H, Matty Ice. So we got a few people showing up here. Oops, I forgot to put this out real quick. We have 922 entries in the GAW, which is here. Okay. Other computer is still loading up. I see 3 thummies up so far. 3 thummies up. I have to move out of the house where I live right now. I have to move. What's that say? What's Matt, aka Semi Truck, saying? Come on. My little heart emoji's out of, man. Wish I could figure out how to get rid of that thing. It's annoying right there. I have to move out of the house where I live right now. Dragon Fan Tim saying hello. What do we have? We had 201, 206. We'll end it, and I think we're at the end of the early birds. Let me get this in here. You got a chance while I type it in. Alright, there we go. No latecomers now. We got the early birds. Let me get them all logged in so we can get into our baseball quote of the day. No trivia today, so you can turn off your thinking caps for the trivia. No trivia today. Just the baseball quote for today. So no bonus entries that way. Sorry, guys. So let me go over here since this one seems to be working better. We had Bernie H in here first. He's got an entry. Matty Ice Cards followed. Matty Ice Cards. Then we got Bernie H. Matt, a.k.a. Semi Truck. got in here. Matty Ice, Sensei Domino. Sensei Domino's in here. Dragon Fan Tim is not here, so let me get him logged in. Bernie H, aka Bernie H, Matty Ice, Sensei, Matt, aka Semi Truck. Jay's Mix is in the house. Let me get Jay's Mix in here. Alright, Matty Ice, and boom, and the early bird entries. So let me go down the list who we've got for now. Bernie H. We've got Dragon Fan Tim, who's not here. We've got Jay's Mix in the house. We've got Matty Ice in the house. We got Sensei Domino in the house. And we got Matt, aka Semi Truck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She'll get us to 928 entries. So that's pretty cool. So, without further ado, I'll put this on the side. We'll bring that out for the 2-minute warning, and we'll go from there. Okay. So, let's get this here. Bring out our baseball birthdays for today, Thursday, May the 9th. The baseball birthdays for today are Tony Gwynn, Prince Fielder, Brandon Webb, and Billy Georges. Where's Kevin when you want him to be here? Because it's his favorite baseball Hall of Famer and baseball player, Tony Gwynn's birthday today. So, Kevin, if you're watching this replay, Thursday, May 9th, of course you probably already know this, is Tony Gwynn's birthday. Okay? So, our baseball quote of the day: you know I can't eat tablets or nicely framed awards. Neither can my wife, but they don't think of things like that. That quote is by Grover Cleveland Alexander after being given a replica of his Hall of Fame plaque in 1939. Alexander won 373 games and was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1938, having pitched from 1911 through 1930. He earned his top salary of $15,000 in 1928, his 18th season, when he was 41 years old. So there you go. That is our baseball quote of the day. And it's good we didn't have a trivia because that'll save us some time here. Alright, but that was our baseball quote of the day for today. As you can see, there's nothing on it on the back. Just the baseball quote of the day and our birthdays. Tomorrow we will have a trivia tomorrow. It'll be a 5-pointer, and then our weekend trivia. Our weekend trivia will be another 5-pointer also. And don't forget, this Sunday is Mother's Day, so if your mother's still around, make sure you take time and wish her a happy Mother's Day, okay? Alright? So hopefully everybody enjoys that. Billy Georges, the possible inspiration for the movie The Natural. There you go. Alright. So, without further ado, we will switch over. We're going to do David Ortiz's Hall of Fame biography, because he is next on the lineup. And then tomorrow we will be doing Mel Ott for the final of the O's. I believe Mel Ott is our final one for the O's. Yes, and then on Tuesday, we'll be getting into the P's. So next week, we've got Leroy Satchel Paige. We've got Jim Palmer. We got Herbert Pennock. And we got Tony Perez. Alright, and then we'll have 1, 2, end the P's with Kirby Puckett. We'll end the P's with Kirby Puckett. Okay. Other than that, we will get into David Ortiz for our I got a trivia question for 5 of my entries. That would be stacking the deck there, Tim. That would be slightly stacking the deck for providing the trivia and you knowing the answers. But again, like I said, sometimes we won't have it. We'll have a quarter of the day, so we don't always have trivia. But we will be doing David Ortiz is our Hall of Famer for today, who is the youngest player ever in Major League Baseball. I'm sure you know the answer to that. Joe Nuxhall. All right, so David Ortiz. Dragon fan Tim never ceases to amaze. Let me get a sip of water here real quick. Just so any Patreons that come in and watch the show and stuff like that, or watch the video, the Patreon packages will be mailed out tomorrow. I almost forgot to send them out on the 1st, and today's the 9th. I did already get the payment from Patreon, so I wasn't worried about that. It's just I was busy with my wife a little bit earlier in the week here. But things are calming down with that. Thanking everything for that. Oh, let me do this first, and then we will go through the David. I don't have a big David Ortiz collection, but I do have some cards of his that we'll be able to share. David Americo Ortiz, or commonly nicknamed Big PaPi. He played for Minnesota in the American League in 1997 to 2002, and then Boston in the American League in 2003 through 2016. Powerhouse left-handed slugger who was at his best in the clutch, with legendary postseason performances that took the Red Sox from championship drought to 3 World Series titles in a 10-year stretch. 8 times named top designated hitter while earning 10 All-Star selections. Drove in 100 or more runs in 10 seasons. Leading American League 3 times. His 541 home runs, 632 doubles, and 1,768 RBIs are all-time highs among designated hitters. Extra innings, walk-off hits in games 4 and 5 of the 2004 ALCS, retired series MVP honors, set the American League record for batting average at .688 en route to the 2013 World Series MVP. Sorry about that. I had part of one of my Swedish fish that's stuck on my tooth there. I know it'll melt away eventually. So, David Ortiz, David Americo Ortiz Arias, born November 18, 1975, nicknamed Big PaPi, is a Dominican-American former professional baseball designated hitter and first baseman who played 20 seasons in Major League Baseball from 1997 to 2016, primarily for the Boston Red Sox, after playing parts of 6 seasons with the Minnesota Twins with unremarkable results. Ortiz moved to the Red Sox, where he played a leading role in ending the team's 86-year-old World Series championship drought. In 2004, as well as winning championships in 2007 and 2013. He was named the World Series Most Valuable Player in 2013. In his first 5 seasons with the club, he averaged 41 home runs and 128 runs batted in, leading the American League twice in the latter category and setting the team's single-season record of 54 home runs in 2006. He finished up in the top 5 of the American League's Most Valuable Player voting all 5 years. Used almost exclusively as a designated hitter during his 14 seasons with the Red Sox. He was a 10-time All-Star and 7-time Silver Slugger winner, and became regarded as one of the greatest designated hitters of all time. He received the Edgar Martinez Award as the league's top DH 8 times, and set major league records for career home runs with 485, RBIs with 1,569, and hits 2,192 as a designated hitter. And he posted 10 seasons each with 30 home runs and 100 RBIs and batted 300 or better 7 times, after a drop in his offensive numbers from 2008 to 2012. A strong resurgence in his last 4 seasons, had one of the best years in his final campaign, leading the American League in doubles, RBIs, and slugging percentage once again, until the team leading the team to the postseason. Upon his retirement, Ortiz ranked 6th in the American League history with 541 home runs, 5th in doubles with 632, and 9th in RBIs, 1,768. Regarded as one of the greatest clutch hitters of all time, he had 11 career walk-off home runs during the regular season and 2 during the 2004 postseason. As far as his early life, the first of which he clinched the American League Division Series. He was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility in 2022. As far as his early life, Ortiz was born on November 18th, 1975 in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. As the oldest of 4 children of Enrique Leo Ortiz and Angela Rosa Arias, as a boy, he followed the careers of standout pitcher Ramon Martinez and his younger brother Pedro, attending games whenever he could and building a friendship with Pedro that would only grow over the years. Ortiz graduated from El Estudio Eflat High School in the Dominican Republic and was a standout baseball and basketball player there. Get a sip of water real quick here. Donald, how is Cynthia? I hope she's doing well. Yes, she is. Matter of fact, she surprised me. She said, because I had to do some yard work this morning, so I did the front yard and about half of the backyard before I had to get ready to come in and do my YouTube show. And she said, I'm going to go to the store. I'm like, you sure you're going to be okay? Yeah, I just got to get a few things. She's making a meal for our pastor and his wife, because our pastor's wife had knee surgery, so she hasn't been up and about. But Cindy said that she would make them some Filipino food, and they were looking forward to that for this Saturday. So she's doing well, and in case I get a call from her, my phone is on standby here, and you might hear it ring. So actually it won't ring, I've got it on silent, but if it is her, I might take a break and identify and see if she needs some help, because I was surprised when she said she would drive the car herself. She hasn't really done that much in the last couple of years. Once in a blue moon. But other than that, yeah. So, as far as his professional career, on November 28, 1992, Ortiz was signed by the Seattle Mariners just 10 days after his 17th birthday, who listed him as David Arias due to not being familiar with Spanish naming customs. He made his professional debut in 1994 for the Mariners of the Arizona League, batting .246 with 2 home runs and 20 RBIs. Oh wow, I'll have to try and find some David Ortiz cards when he was a Seattle Mariner. By 1995, he had improved those numbers to .332 with 4 home runs and 37 RBIs. By 1996, he was promoted to the Single A Wisconsin Rattlers and Midwest League, a Mariners farm league. He established himself as one of the Mariners' best hitting prospects, batting .322 with 18 home runs and 93 RBIs. Ortiz also impressed both fans and Mariners players like Alex Rodriguez with strong performance in an impromptu home run derby, the result of a failed Mariners promotion in which the Timber Rattlers were supposed to play the exhibition game against the MLB club in front of their home fans in Wisconsin. But the game was rained out. Also in Wisconsin, Ortiz met his future wife, Tiffany. She led him to become a fan of the nearby Green Bay Packers NFL team, a devotion that would become lifelong. Baseball America named Ortiz the most exciting player in the Midwest League, as well as the best defensive baseman for 1996. Despite his strong year in the Mariners system, on September 13th, 1996, Ortiz was traded to the Minnesota Twins. Okay, so he just played in the minor leagues with the Mariners organization. Maybe if I found some minor league cards, might have some cards there. That'd be interesting. Before his rookie year, as the player to be named later to complete an earlier transaction for Dave Hollins. When he arrived in Minnesota, he informed the team that he preferred to be listed as David Ortiz, using his paternal family name rather than Arias, which was his maternal family name, referring to the switch sports writer Jay Jaffe called Arias Ortiz, literally the player to be named later. Ortiz rose quickly through the Twin system in 1997, though he started with the High A Fort Myers Miracle. He quickly progressed through Double A, New Britain Rock Cats, to the Triple A Salt Lake Buzz. At the 3 levels, Ortiz combined to hit .317 with 31 home runs and 124 RBIs, earning him a September call-up to the Twins MLB club. Then we have the Minnesota Twins, 1997 to 2002. In 1997, Ortiz made his MLB debut for the Twins on September 2nd, 1997. So I guess his rookie year is 1997. He played 15 games in September Batting .327 in 49 at-bats, he recorded his first major league hit in his second game on September 3rd with an 8-inning pinch hit double against the Chicago Cubs. He hit his first major league home run on September 14th against the Texas Rangers off pitcher Julio Santana, going 3 for 4 with 2 walks in the game overall. Ortiz hit 1 home run and had 6 RBIs in his first season. In 1998, Ortiz entered the season with his sights on playing as a regular first baseman for the Twins. However, Ortiz's playing style was somewhat different from the approach favored by manager Tom Kelly, which placed him a premium on avoiding strikeouts. The great defense, which Kelly felt Ortiz still needed to work on. While Kelly worked with Ortiz on his defense, he hit well, batting .306 through May 9th, before fracturing his wrist and going on the disabled list. He returned to the Twins in July following a rehab assignment to AAA and finished the season with the team. He ended up his rookie year strong, batting .360 in September. All told, he hit .277 with 9 home runs and 46 RBIs in 86 games. In 1999, Ortiz figured to be a fixture in the lineup, but after a tough spring training which saw him bat only .137, he was sent down to AAA. Lake buzz as the sure-handed rookie Doug Minkowitz earned the first base job. It was becoming apparent that manager Tom Kelly preferred veteran players or those who fit into his small but good defense philosophy, something Ortiz would later be vocal about after his days with the Twins. While Ortiz tore through minor league pitching to the tune of .315 average with 30 home runs and 110 RBIs, the Twins' first baseman would go on to hit just .245 with 11 homers and 69 RBIs all season. Twins' designated hitters did not fare much better, batting a combined .259 with 14 home runs and 82 RBIs. Ortiz's strong season in AAA was too much for Kelly to ignore, and Ortiz again earned a September call-up in 1999 and did not go well for Ortiz, as he struck out 12 times in 20 at-bats and did not register a hit. So I guess he didn't start off too good, huh? Thanks, Jay's Mix. Appreciate that. Continue to keep her in the prayers as we wait for her procedure to take place when we get the notification that they've got the valves in hand. So in 2002, the off-season proved very difficult for Ortiz, as on New Year's Day 2002, his mother died following a car accident. Gardenhire reached out and helped Ortiz deal with the death, and Ortiz prepared hard for the coming baseball season. Both saddened by his mother, never saw him play at his best, and determined to reach new heights when the season began. Ortiz battled knee injuries. It was a tale of 2 seasons for Ortiz, as his .240 average with the 5 homers and 33 RBIs before the All-Star break was disappointing. But after the All-Star break, Ortiz quietly turned in one of the better second halves of baseball, batting .297 with 15 home runs and 42 RBIs. On August the 16th, he hit a memorable home run off his friend Pedro Martinez and Hubert H. Humphrey's Metrodome, hitting an inside cut fastball into the upper deck. On September 25th, he hit the first walk-off home run of his career against the Cleveland Indians. He finished the 2002 season batting .272 with 20 home runs and 75 RBIs. At this point in his career, the home run and RBIs total were both career bests. However, he batted only .203 against the left-handed pitching. Ortiz still was not always guaranteed to start if a tough lefty would be on the mound. His career coincided with the Twins qualifying for postseason, as the team won 94 games and upset the Oakland Athletics in the division series before falling in the 2002 American League Championship Series to the eventual World Series winning Anaheim Angels. Ortiz batted .276 in his postseason with 4 RBIs. His ninth inning double in the decisive Game 5 of the division series put the Twins ahead 5-1 in a game they would not hold on to win 5-4. The series-winning RBI was the first of what would be many clutch postseason hits in Ortiz's career. After the season, the small-market Twins faced a decision on Ortiz, who had made $950,000 and would likely have been granted around $2 million for 2003 by an arbiter, rather than negotiate a contract and then move on. In December 16th, after being able to swing a trade for him in parts of the 6 seasons totaling 455 games with the Twins, Ortiz hit 58 home runs and had 238 RBIs. The player who replaced Ortiz on the Twins was Jose Morban, who would never play in a game for the team. Boston Red Sox in 2003 through 2016. After his release from the Twins, Ortiz had a chance encounter with Pedro Martinez at a restaurant in the Dominican Republic, and Martinez remembered the home run he had given up to Ortiz in August of 2002. Excited at the prospect of his friend joining him on the Boston Red Sox, who needed a first baseman, Pedro began calling several Red Sox team officials to request that the team sign Ortiz. On January the 22nd, Ortiz signed a non-guaranteed free agent contract with the Red Sox that would be worth $1.25 million if he made the team. New Red Sox general manager Theo Epstein envisioned Ortiz as one of several candidates to fill a void at first base. Sabermetrics favorite Jeremy Giambi was widely expected to get most of the playing time, but also in the mix were primary third base Bill Mueller, who figured to DH at times, Shea Hillenbrand, who could play third base, first base, or designated hitter, and Kevin Millar, who could play first base or outfield. The team's best hitter, outfielder Manny Ramirez, figured to DH at times also when the season started. All of them made the team, including Ortiz, with the new designated hitter, first baseman, taking players from and when the season started, all of them made the team, including Ortiz, with the new designated hitter, first baseman, taking player number 34 in honor of his mentor and friend on the Twins, Kirby Puckett.
Because of the logjam, Ortiz did not play steadily during the first 2 months of the season. He hit his first home run with his new team on April the 27th at Anaheim, a go-ahead shot to break up a 14th inning tie and an eventual 6-4 win, but batted only .212 in April. By May, he had raised his average to .272, and Ortiz became frustrated over his limited playing time. Seeing a similarity to what happened to him in Minnesota, especially considering that Giambi was only batting .125 on May 1st, after expressing his frustration to the media, Pedro Martinez pulled his friend aside to defuse the situation, then asked manager Grady Little to ensure Ortiz always be in the lineup when he was pitching. As Ortiz's bat heated up in May and the Red Sox finally broke the logjam when they traded Hildebrand to the Arizona Diamondbacks on May 29th. On June 1st, manager Grady Little benched Giambi, who was still hitting only .185. These two moves allowed Ortiz to become the everyday designated hitter. As a regular, Ortiz finally had the breakout year he envisioned. After hitting .299 with 10 home runs in the season's first half, he turned on the power in the second half, hitting 21 home runs in 63 games. On July 26th, he delivered a walk-off hit against the rival New York Yankees, and he would add his first walk-off homer as a member of the Red Sox on the 23rd. In the 2003 postseason, Ortiz struggled with the ALDS against the Oakland A's until Game 4, when he hit a 2-run double in the bottom of the 8th inning off closer Keith Folk to turn a 4-3 deficit into a 5-4 Red Sox lead and eventual victory. In Game 1 of the American League Championship Series against the rival New York Yankees, Ortiz hit his first career postseason home run, and he finished the 2 home runs and 6 RBIs in the ALCS, including a solo home run in the 8th inning of a decisive game that gave the Red Sox a 5-2 lead at the time. However, the Red Sox would go on to blow the lead in the bottom of the inning, and Boston lost the series in heartbreaking fashion on Aaron Boone's infamous extra inning walk-off home run that instead sent the Yankees to the 2003 World Series. In 2004, in the offseason, Ortiz was eligible for salary arbitration once again, but the Red Sox agreed with him on a $4.6 million salary for the 2004 season. Holding hearings prior to the agreement, Ortiz and his agent submitted a figure of $5 million, while the Red Sox had countered with $4.2 million, so the argument split the difference. Excuse me. I think it must be me doing that yard work. It's got my eyes like dry here. You drink a little bit of water again here quick. In the 2004 postseason, Ortiz elevated his play to a new level. He had multiple game-winning hits to help Boston advance through the rounds in the 2004 American League Division Series. He had a series of winning walk-off home runs off Jared Washburn in the 10th inning of Game 3 to knock out the Anaheim Angels. In the American League Championship Series against the New York Yankees, the Red Sox quickly fell behind 0-3, a deficit that had never been surmounted in baseball history. Ortiz almost single-handedly paved the way for history as he hit a walk-off 2-run home run against Paul Quantrill in the 12th inning of Game 4 and a walk-off single off Esteban Loaiza in the 14th inning of Game 5. His heroics, namely batting .387 with 3 home runs and 11 RBIs in the series, earned him an American League Championship Series MVP honors, the first time a DH had ever won that award. As the Red Sox came back to win 7 games in the 2004 World Series versus the St. Louis Cardinals, Ortiz set the tone for the 4-game sweep as he hit a 3-run home run off Woody Williams in the first inning of Game 1 at Fenway Park. He had .308 in the series with a home run and 4 RBIs as the Red Sox swept the Cardinals to end the curse of the Bambino by winning the first World Series championship in 86 years. Overall, Ortiz batted .400 in the 2004 postseason with 5 home runs and 23 RBIs. His first ever game was at 15 years old, 316 days on June 10th. Oh, what did I miss here? Okay. I had to pitch again in high school. Oh, what an experience. There we go. Okay, got that. Must have missed something there. God is great. Maddie, Sensei, Titus, Jay's Mix, Bernie, Dragon Fam. Alright, God is great. How you doing? Thanks for popping in here. Appreciate you being here again today. Alright, and then for the second consecutive season, Ortiz... Oh wait, no, we're in the 2005. In 2005, Ortiz set the new career high with 47 home runs, 148 RBIs. He batted .300 with an OPS of 1.001 on June 2nd. His 3-run homer turned a 4-3 deficit into a 6-4 victory over the Baltimore Orioles. On September 6th, his 38th home run of the year beat the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. On the 29th, his 8th-inning home run against Toronto tied the game at 4. Then his 9th-inning single is his very next at-bat gave Boston the win. For all his late-inning heroics, Red Sox ownership would present Ortiz with a plaque proclaiming him the greatest clutch hitter in the history of the Boston Red Sox. He led the American League in RBIs while finishing second in home runs and third in OPS. Ortiz finished second in the American League MVP voting to Alex Rodriguez while leading the Red Sox to their 3rd consecutive playoff appearance, where they lost in the first round to the eventual champion Chicago White Sox for the second consecutive season. Ortiz was named All-Star and won the Silver Slugger Award. He also won his first Hank Aaron Award as the outstanding hitter in the American League. In 2006, on April the 10th, the Red Sox announced Ortiz signed a 4-year, $52 million contract extension with the team. The contract also included a team option for a 5th year. Over the 2 months of June and July, he had 5 walk-off hits, 3 of which were home runs. Ortiz hit his 200th career home run on June 29th. On September 20th at Fenway Park, Ortiz tied Jimmy Foxx's single-season Red Sox home record home run record of 50 set in 1938. In the sixth inning against Minnesota Twins, Boof Bonser on September 21st, Ortiz broke the record by hitting his 51st home run off Johan Santana of the Twins. The home run was also his 44th of the season as a designated hitter. Breaking his own American League single season record, Ortiz finished 2006 with a career high 54 home runs to set a new Red Sox record and had 137 RBIs while batting .287. In 2007, Ortiz was instrumental in leading the Boston Red Sox to their 7th World Series title. In the regular season, he had 35 home runs and 117 RBIs while batting a career. A career best 332, placing him in the top 10 in the American League in all three categories. In addition, he hit 52 doubles, led the American League in extra base hits, and finished second in OPS at 1.066. His 445 on base percentage led the league. An all-star for both fourth consecutive season, Ortiz finished 4th in the American League MVP voting and captured the Silver Slugger at designated hitter once again as the Red Sox won the American League East. In the postseason, Ortiz again kept the clutch hitting. He batted .714, 5 for 7 against the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim in the division series with 2 home runs. Then, after batting .292 with a home run against the Cleveland Indians in the American League Championship Series, he hit .333 in the 2007 World Series with 4 RBIs. Combined, Ortiz batted .370 with 3 home runs and 10 RBIs, and Boston swept the Colorado Rockies to win their 2nd World Series championship in 4 years. In 2008, Ortiz started slowly after suffering a wrist injury, which caused him to miss several weeks. He played in total 109 games and finished the season with 23 home runs and 89 RBIs while batting .264. Despite his struggles, Ortiz was named his 5th All-Star team. In the playoffs, Ortiz batted just .186 over 2 rounds as the Red Sox ultimately fell to the Tampa Bay Rays in the American League Championship Series. Alright, what do we got? Dun, dun, dun. Matty Ice, Titus, Bernie, Sensei, Alex, Trucker, Tim, Ice, Muscleman, Fire, Boom, Boom, Boom. Alright, Big Ray, and Ken, and Mark. Okay, let me do a refresh real quick here. In 2010, Ortiz again got off to a slow start, and questions loomed large about his future. Ortiz batted just .143 in April with a home run and 4 RBIs, but Ortiz returned to the All-Star form, beginning with a hot May and finished a .270 with 32 home runs and 102 RBIs for the year. His home run and RBI totals were both in the top 10 in the American League All-Star Game. Ortiz won the Home Run Derby contest, defeating Florida Marlins shortstop Hanley Ramirez in the final. A strong September, where Ortiz drove in 23 runs, pushed him over the 100 RBI mark for the first time in 3 seasons. In 2011, Ortiz continued to produce, batting .309 with 29 home runs and 96 RBIs. He passed several milestones during the year. On April 2nd, he set a record for RBI by a designated hitter with 1,004, surpassing Edgar Martinez. Then on May 21st, Ortiz became only the fifth player to hit 300 home runs as a member of the Red Sox, joining Ted Williams, Carl Yastrzemski, Jim Rice, and Dwight Evans. On July 15th, Ortiz was suspended for 4 games for his part in a brawl that took place on July 8th in a game against the Baltimore Orioles. Ortiz charged Orioles pitcher Kevin Gregg, and after a brushback pitch, an exchange of words triggered a bench-clearing brawl. In 2011, Ortiz made his 7th All-Star team, and he also earned his 5th Silver Slugger Award at the end of the year. On October 20th. Major League Baseball announced that Ortiz was the winner of the Roberto Clemente Award. However, the Red Sox again failed to qualify for the postseason. Also, at season's end, Ortiz and the Red Sox could not agree on a contract extension during the year. Ortiz headed for free agency for the first time since being released by the Twins in 2003. However, on December 7th, he accepted the Red Sox offer of salary arbitration, and the two sides again avoided hearings by agreeing to a $14.575 million figure for the 2012 season. (2012) began like Ortiz had his sights set on MVP contention again as he hit .405 over the season's first month. With 6 home runs and 20 RBIs on July 4th at Oco Coliseum in Oakland, Ortiz hit his 400th career home run off A.J. Griffin of the Oakland Athletics. However, on July 16, Ortiz suffered an injury to his right Achilles tendon and was placed on the disabled list on July 19th. He returned on August 24th, but returned to the DL on August 27th after playing just 1 game. He finished the season with 23 home runs and 60 RBIs while batting .318 in 90 games. On the date of his injury, the Red Sox were 46 and 44. However, with Ortiz, the Red Sox cratered, going 23 and 49 over the last 2.5 months of the season to finish last in the American League East. With free agency again looming, Ortiz and the Red Sox agreed to terms on a 2-year contract with $26 million, with incentives that could push the value of the deal to $30 million. And the deal was made official on November 5th. In 2013, Ortiz rebounded from his injury, posting a strong 2013 campaign as he once again guided the Red Sox to a first-place finish in the American League East. During the regular season, he hit 30 home runs, had 103 RBIs, and batted .309. He finished in the top 10 in all the categories in the American League on April 20th before the first game played at Fenway Park since the Boston Marathon bombing, and his first since August 2012 after an Achilles tendon injury. Ortiz spoke emotionally to the crowd and stated, "This is our blank city, and no one is going to dictate our freedom. Stay strong." Ortiz reached several career milestones in 2013, including his 500th career double on July 2nd, his 2000th career hit on September 4th. On July 10th, Ortiz passed Harold Baines to become the all-time leader for hits by a designated hitter with 1,689. On July 27th, Ortiz was ejected by home plate umpire Tom Timmons for arguing balls and strikes in a game against the Baltimore Orioles. After his ejection, Ortiz used a bat to smash a press box phone in the dugout. Major League Baseball decided not to suspend Ortiz for the incident. In the postseason, hold on. There we go. In the postseason, Ortiz hit 5 home runs and 13 RBIs while batting .353 to lead the Red Sox to a World Series championship, the franchise's 8th, and Game 2 of the American League Division Series. He hit 2 home runs off the Rays' ace pitcher David Price in Game 2 of the American League Championship Series versus the Detroit Tigers. Ortiz hit a dramatic game-tying grand slam off reliever Joaquin Benoit in the bottom of the 8th inning, helping to propel the Red Sox to victory in the World Series against the St. Louis Cardinals. Ortiz hit home runs in both games 1 and 2, had 6 RBIs, and batted .668, and the Red Sox won the series 4-2. He tied a series record by reaching base 9 times in a row, and the opposing Cardinals seemed to stop trying to get him out with many intentional walks. Ortiz won the World Series Most Valuable Player Award. Ortiz gained several new nicknames from the media and his teammates as a result of his great postseason play, such as Senor Octobre and Cooperstown. He finished 3rd in Boston's mayoral race that year with 560 write-in votes. He also finished 10th in the American League MVP voting, the first season he garnered votes since 2007. In 2014, on March 23rd, Ortiz signed a 1-year, $16 million contract extension for the 2015 season. The extension also included a team option years to potentially keep him under contract with the Red Sox through 2017. He again placed in the top 10 in the American League in both home runs and RBIs during a game against the Tampa Bay Rays on May 31st. Ortiz was hit by a pitch from David Price, leading to both benches being warned. Price later hit Mike Carp, which led to both benches clearing and enraged Ortiz shouting at Price. On June 29th at Yankee Stadium, Ortiz homered off the New York Yankees pitcher Chase Whitley for his 450th career home run. In a Boston Globe article, Red Sox great Carl Yastrzemski called David Ortiz the second greatest hitter in club history, stating, "I would say as a hitter, I would say he's next to Ted Williams." In 2015, Ortiz hit 37 home runs and had 108 RBIs while batting .273. He finished in the top 10 in the American League, both home runs and RBIs, for the 8th time in his career. On April the 19th, in a game at Fenway Park, the Baltimore Orioles, Ortiz was ejected for arguing a check swing call. While arguing, Ortiz bumped into umpire John Tumpain. 2 days later, MLB suspended Ortiz 1 game and fined him an undisclosed amount. On July 14th, in an announcement prior to the MLB All-Star Game, Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, Ortiz was selected as one of the franchise 4 in the Boston Red Sox. The selection of the franchise 4 greatest 4 players of all time for every MLB team was determined online by voting voting by fans on the MLB.com website. Along with Ortiz, Ted Williams, Carl Yastrzemski, and Ortiz's friend Pedro Martinez were selected as the 4 greatest players in Boston Red Sox history. On September 5th at Fenway Park, Ortiz hit his 30th home run. Of the season off Jerome Williams of the Philadelphia Phillies. This marked the 9th time that Ortiz hit 30 or more home runs in a season, the most in Red Sox history. On September 12th, in a game against the Tampa Bay Rays at Tropicana Field, Ortiz hit his 500th career home run off Rays pitcher Matt Moore. He became only the 27th player in MLB history to reach that milestone. As far as 2016, on November 18, 2015, his 40th birthday, Ortiz announced on the website The Players Tribune that he would retire following the 2016 season. In the final season of his career, Ortiz hit in the top he finished tied for first in the American League in RBIs with Edwin Encarnacion. Ortiz led the American League and MLB with a 1.021 OPS, 620 slugging percentage, 87 extra base hits, and 48 doubles. He had the highest percentage of hard-hit batted balls in major leagues, 45.9%. He also had the highest ISO, isolated power, of all MLB players in 2016 at 305. Throughout the season, opposing teams honored Ortiz by presenting him with gifts, and some humorous when the Red Sox visited, similar to how teams had done when other stars like Derek Jeter and Mariano Rivera were in their final season. For example, the New York Yankees presented Ortiz with a painting of him at home plate in Yankee Stadium, as well as a book of notes to Ortiz written by several former and current Yankees. When it was their turn, the Baltimore Orioles presented Ortiz with a mangled dugout phone he had destroyed with a bat from his 2013 outburst. On May 14th at Fenway Park, Ortiz hit a walk-off double to lead the Red Sox to a 6-5 victory over the Houston Astros. It was his 20th career walk-off hit. The double was the 600th of Ortiz's career, making him the 15th player all-time to reach the milestone. He also joined Hank Aaron and Barry Bonds as only the 3rd player in MLB history with at least 500 career home runs and 600 career doubles. On August the 24th, in a game against the Tampa Bay Rays, Tropicana Field, Ortiz hits his 30th home run of the season. He became the oldest player to ever do so. In the same game, he also reached 100 RBIs for the season. It was the 10th time in his career he reached both milestones, a Red Sox record. He hit his 625th career double 2 days later against the Royals, passing Hank Aaron for 10th place all-time. On October the 2nd, during the pregame ceremony at Fenway Park for Ortiz prior to the final game of the season, the Red Sox announced that his uniform number 34 would be retiring during the 2017 season. Additionally, Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker was on hand to announce the bridge that carries Brookline Avenue over the Massachusetts Turnpike would be dedicated in honor of Ortiz. Ortiz's strong play in his final season was enough to get the Red Sox into the postseason, but first-round sweep at the hands of the Cleveland Indians in the American League Division Series ended the Red Sox season on October 10th, following the loss at Fenway Park. Ortiz came out and saluted the Boston fans in a tearful goodbye before leaving the field. On October 26th, Major League Baseball announced that Ortiz had won his second Hank Aaron Award as the outstanding offensive player in the American League. He was the 2016 issuance MLB This Year in Baseball Award winner for Best Hitter, his third time. In addition, Ortiz also placed sixth in voting for the 2016 American League MVP. As far as his analyst career, in October 2017, Ortiz joined the MLB on Fox as a part-time sports analyst for the coverage of the 2017 World Series. He returned in late 2019 as a full-time studio analyst following the June 2019 shootings. As far as his podcast, in 2018, Ortiz hosted a podcast, David Ortiz, The Big PaPi Story, alongside Michael Chikis. The series had 4 episodes.
Which one?
I wasn't talking to you, Siri. Close.
Which one? To close an app, swipe up from the bottom to the middle of the screen.
That was a good one. First time Siri ever talked to me like that. Alright. As far as his personal life, Ortiz's nickname, Big PaPi, originates from his habit of calling people and teammates whose names he could not remember PaPi. The nickname was given to him by Red Sox broadcaster Jerry Jeremy. On June 11, 2008, Ortiz became a United States citizen at John F. Kennedy Library in Boston. Ortiz is a fan of the Boston Celtics and convinced Dominican NBA player Al Hartford to sign with the Celtics in 2016. As far as his family, each time Ortiz crossed the plate after hitting a home run, he would look up and point both index fingers to the sky in tribute of his mother, Angela Rosa Reyes, who died in a car crash in January 2002 at the age of 46. Ortiz also has a tattoo of his mother on his biceps. Ortiz and his wife, Tiffany, have 3 children. His wife hails from Kakuna, Wisconsin, a town between the cities of Green Bay and Appleton. In April 2013, Ortiz announced that he and his wife were separating, but they later reconciled. Since 2017, Ortiz and his wife and their 2 children have resided in Miami. He also maintains a home in the Dominican Republic, where his oldest son, David Andres, lives with his mother, Fari Almanzar Fernandez, an 8,100 square foot home that Ortiz bought in 2007 in Weston, Massachusetts, and was put up for sale in February 2019. It sold in early 2021 for $3.5 million. In December 2021, Tiffany announced on Instagram that she and David had separated again. Ortiz's daughter, Alex, who professionally goes by Alex Vetta, her first and middle name, to distinguish herself from her famous father, will graduate from Berklee College of Music in Boston in 2023. She sang the national anthem before the 2016 Boston Red Sox home opener on April 11, 2016, and did the same before her father was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 2022. Induction ceremony on July 24th. His son, D'Angelo, played baseball in Westminster Christian School in Palmetto Bay, Florida, and graduated in 2022. As of summer of 2022, he plays for the Brockton Rocks of New England's Futures Collegiate Baseball League. Also on the team are Pedro Martinez Jr., Manny Ramirez Jr., Cade Folk, and Jaden Sheffield, the sons of former Major Leaguers Pedro Martinez, Manny Ramirez, and Keith Fulton, all teammates of Ortiz on the Red Sox, and Gary Sheffield, respectively. D'Angelo is an incoming freshman at Miami-Dade College in the fall of 2022. As far as his business, Ortiz has received about $4.5 million in endorsements over the years. In April 2007, sporting goods company Reebok debuted the Big PaPi 10M mid-baseball cleat, which Ortiz used during the 2007 MLB All-Star Game in San Francisco, California. As far as charity work, in 2007, Ortiz founded the David Ortiz Children's Fund to support a range of his favorite causes to help children, from Boston to the Dominican Republic and beyond. In 2008, Ortiz followed his likeness to be used on a charity wine label called Vintage PaPi, with proceeds going to the Children's Fund. In 2016, Ortiz joined UNICEF Kid Power as a brand ambassador Kid Power champion for a global mission in Burkina Faso. A 2017 roast of Ortiz raised $335,000 for his children's fund. June 2019, approximately 8:15 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time on June 9, 2019, Ortiz was shot and severely wounded while at the Dial Bar and Lounge in East Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Authorities stated that Ortiz was ambushed by a man who got off a motorcycle and shot him in the back. According to Ortiz's spokesman, Ortiz underwent a 6-hour operation performed by three local physicians at the Abel Gonzalez Clinic. During the surgery, a portion of his intestines and colons, as well as his gallbladder, were removed. Liver damage was also reported. Joel Lopez, a Dominican TV host who was with Ortiz, was also wounded in the leg during the shooting. On June 10th, a medical flight sent by the Red Sox brought Ortiz to Boston so he could receive further treatment at Massachusetts General Hospital. He underwent a second surgery shortly after arriving at MGH and was reported to be making good progress toward recovery. He was released from the hospital on July 26, 2019, following a third surgery on July 29, 2019. His spokesman released a statement saying that Big PaPi will be back soon. As of June 12th, 6 suspects had been arrested in relation to the shooting and more were being sought. Police Major General Nay Aldrin Bautista Almonte revealed that the alleged organizer of the attack was promised 400,000 Dominican pesos, approximately $7,098, to carry out the attack. Security camera footage showed the two men on a motorcycle allegedly planning the attack with a man in a car near the bar where the shooting took place. According to Ortiz's friends in the Dominican Republic, Ortiz often went to popular night spots with them without any security presence, trusting his fans to protect him. By June 18th, there were at least 11 suspects in custody. Ortiz was discharged from MGH on July 26, 2019, after a 6-week stay. On July 29th, his first Instagram comment since leaving the hospital, Ortiz stated, "Too bad I can't crush food yet." He made the first public appearance on September 9th, throwing out a ceremonial first pitch at Fenway Park. On June 19th, the Dominican Attorney General's office announced that Ortiz had not been the intended victim of the gunman and that the shooting had been carried out on the orders of Victor Hugo Gomez Vasquez, a known associate of the Mexican drug cartel. The intended victim, Gomez Vasquez's cousin, Sixto David Fernandez, was a regular patron at the bar. Shortly before the shooting, an accomplice had snapped a picture of the intended victim to guide the shooter, but the picture was blurry and the man's black pants were obscured by a white object in the bar. The gunman went in, saw Ortiz wearing white pants, and shot a single bullet at him. Gomez Vasquez was arrested on June 28th as was Alberto Miguel Rodriguez Mota, who allegedly took the photo of Fernandez and Ortiz. By July 29, 2019, at least 14 suspects had been arrested. On March 19, 2022, the Boston Globe reported that Ed Davis, the former Boston police commissioner whom Ortiz hired to conduct an independent investigation into the shooting, had disclosed his findings for the first time, contradicting the official account of the shooting and saying the accused drug kingpin Cesar the Abuser Peralta had put a bounty on Ortiz, whom he felt disrespected him. As far as a restraining order was issued on May 21, 2020 against Ortiz by Fari Elmaz Fernandez, who is also the mother of Ortiz's firstborn son, David Andres Ortiz Almazar. Ortiz was ordered to refrain from annoying, intimidating, or threatening a former partner in person or by phone. According to Ortiz's former partner, he intimidated and threatened her. Okay? Come on. What's this thing doing? There we go. Other accomplishments. Ortiz's home run total increased each year from 2000 to 2006, starting with 10 home runs and ending with 54. Hit 11 career season walk-off home runs, tied third all-time with Tony Perez and Ryan Zimmerman, and one of two players, the other being Bernie Williams, with 2 in the postseason, 2004 ALDS and the 2004 ALCS. 5-time top 5 MVP vote receiver, 5th in 2003, 4th in 2004, 2nd in 2005, 3rd in 2006, and 4th in 2007. As far as the National Baseball Hall of Fame, as Ortiz played in the MLB in 2016, he became eligible to appear in the 2022 ballot for the National Baseball Hall of Fame. Ortiz was inducted on the ballot when it was announced on November 22, 2021, that the ballot is also the first for Alex Rodriguez and the 10th and final ballot for Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, Curt Schilling, and Sammy Sosa. Various sports writers viewed Ortiz as being likely to receive the 75% of votes required for induction in his first appearance on the ballot. On January the 25th, 2022, Ortiz was elected to the National Baseball Hall of Fame with 77.9% of the vote. He was the only player voted in by the Baseball Writers Association of America. 6 more inductees were selected by the Golden Days and Early Baseball ERA committees. He was formally enshrined on July 24th, 2022. So there we have it. Let me get his Hall of Fame induction recap, and then we can finish up his biography. David Ortiz, again, designated hitter and first baseman, was born November 18, 1975. He's currently 48 years old. In Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, he batted left, threw left. His MLB debut was September the 2nd, 1997 for the Minnesota Twins. And then his last MLB appearance was October the 2nd, 2016 for the Boston Red Sox. His MLB statistics, batting average for his career was .286, 2,472 hits, 541 home runs, 1,768 runs batted in. He played for the Minnesota Twins 1997 to 2002 and the Boston Red Sox 2003 and 2016.
Chuckster, Posada. There we go. Card to my card with our Posada. Still listening and letting the kids watch. Thanks there. All right. Bum, bum, bum. Chuck E. Cheese's Posada. Well, congrats to Wilma. Welcome to North America. Oh, that is good there, Chuck. Her visa has been approved. Congratulations, Chuck. I know the journey you're going through there with that. And you know also. But yeah, runs batted in. The teams again: Minnesota Twins 1997, 2002, the Boston Red Sox 2003 and 16. He was in 10 All-Star games, 2004 through 8, 2010 through 13, and 2016. 3 times World Series champion, 2004, 7, and 13. World Series MVP in 2013, ALCS MVP in 2004. 7 times Silver Slugger Award, 2004 through 7, 2011, 2013, 2016. 2 times Hank Aaron Award, 2005 and 16. Roberto Clemente Award in 2011. American League Home Run Leader in 2006. 3 times American League RBI Leader in 2005, 6, and 16. Boston Red Sox number 34 retired. Boston Red Sox Hall of Famer. And he is a member of the Baseball Hall of Fame, inducted in 2022 with a vote of 77.9% on his first ballot. So hopefully you guys enjoyed Big PaPi's Hall of Fame induction. Let me set this off to the side here. We'll go through and share his baseball cards here real quick. And then we'll finish up for today. Oh, yeah, let me do something real quick here. I want to get my WhattNot link. Let me go there real quick while we're getting ready to finish up with his baseball cards here. Okay. Let me get it up real quick here, and I'll get the link so I can post it in the chat. Let's see here. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Today at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I am going to do Cal Ripken Jr. Had a little bit more time for it to be out there and stuff. So we're going to do the show with the same okay. It's labeled as round 2, but we're going to see if more people show up for sure. So, okay, let me go back to the stream here. See if I can put that in the chat. There we go. Refresh this really quick. I will pin it to the comments up above there, okay? There we go. Okay. So yeah, if you click on that link there, September is always nice. Not too hot, not too cold. Okay. Oh, did I do that? Oops, I did the wrong one, didn't I? How'd that? Oh. Sorry about that, Jace Mix. Let me see if I can catch the right one now. There we go. Alright, there is my link for the WhattNot show at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you want to go in and bookmark it, that way you'll get a notification when I go live at 6 o'clock. Okay?
So other than that, let's go through David Ortiz's baseball cards here. Okay. Again, tomorrow we'll be doing Mel Ott. I do have a couple of cards for Mel Ott there. But let's go through these really quick. Oh, let me get over to the right display here. Put these a little bit closer so the kids can see them. Actually, hold on. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. No, wrong way. Zoom. How about we zoom? Oh, I knew I could do that. Let's zoom in here. I think we've got it now in a good spot. Oh yeah, there we go. There's a big PaPi for a 2021 Topps Allen and Ginter. There we got a big PaPi with the Red Sox. Upper Deck Timeline card there. These are all David Ortiz cards. This is a Throwback Threads for 2005. This is a Skybox Silver Auto. Maybe you can see that. There you go. Can you see that? The Silver Auto on there. It says Autographia. Bum and Platinum David Ortiz. This is a Topps Gallery David Ortiz. Then we've got another shiny rainbow foil card for Big PaPi here in that one. We got a Topps ALCS Ortiz and Ramirez for the 1997 All-Star Game. Here's another Allen and Ginter David PaPi. There's the Cincinnati Reds. I think that's the... No, that's different than that one. Thought maybe it was a color variation, but it's not. That's a red one. Then we got a David Ortiz Absolute 2002. Another shiny. We got a Topps Fire David Ortiz Refractor. This one's probably an older. This is let's get my eyeball out here. 1999 on that one. Alright, there's another Gypsy Queen. There's a Topps Stadium Club David Ortiz. Then we've got a Topps Gold 291. Then we've got a Manny Ramirez and a David Ortiz, the Red Sox. Red Sox, David Ortiz by himself. We've got the, wrong way, upside down, Minnesota Twins, 2005 Champions card. And there's a relic for David Ortiz with a uniform swatch on there. Part of his uniform on that one. We got Free Agent David Ortiz, 2000 Decades Best Batters David Ortiz, an International Affair with the Boston Red Sox, Dominican Republic ball player David Ortiz, Independence Day David Ortiz, Own the Game David Ortiz, nice little bit of rainbow foilish on that one. Then we've got a David Ortiz here, Perspectives, a Score. What year's this Score? Come on, Rodwell. 1998 Score product on that one. David Ortiz, Father's Day. Not a short print. Sometimes I'll short print those. Storybook ending, 2016, David Ortiz when he retired. 484 feet, July 14th, 2004. Must have been how far he hit that home run. Another 16 feet, he could have had a 500-foot shot. Then there's a David Ortiz update. Card number 62, 2010, Home Run Derby. 2005 MLB All-Star Game. There's a David Ortiz by Dick Perez, an artist rendition of David Ortiz. And the last card, 150 Years of Fun, David Ortiz with the Boston Red Sox opening day. This is a 2019 Topps opening day card. So that's our David Ortiz cards. Yoda vintage cards, just in time for the end of stream, but that's okay. You can get in here and get your entries for the end of stream. So here, I'm just gonna, there, that was my little handful of David Ortiz cards. Yeah, put them up there, leave it up, maybe they'll capture that as my end stream. Okay, so again, you see the pinned comment up there. You can click on that and go to my WhattNot live, which is right there. Okay, let's start my end of stream. So all you gotta do is type something in the chat, and that will get you into getting an entry for once we fill this up. We have 900, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 928 entries. We'll see how many we'll get at the end here. All right. Oh, did that not go? Hold on. There we go. Start the 2-minute warning. So at 3:34, at 3:36 we end the 2-minute warning, and then whoever makes it in those 2 minutes will be good to go. Hey girl, I got your cards in the mail today. Thank you very much. Okay, so wait to see if that will go up. That's fine if it doesn't. But who do we got chiming in? Start the 2-minute warning, 2:34, 2:30. When we get to 3:36, I will end that, and then I'll log everybody in here and see who got their end of stream entries. Right? So we get 3:36. That'll be our 2-minute warning. We started at 3:34. As soon as my computer says 3:36, we'll end it. Then I'll say my goodbyes. Verify that I got you as long as you were in the 2-minute warning. Give me a second here. And then at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will be doing my WhattNot auction for Cal Ripken Jr. Cal Ripken Jr. $1 all night starts. See if we can have some fun in WhattNot tonight. Okay? Try and see if I can sell some of my duplicate cards of Cal Ripken Jr. Dun, 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 dun. So let me go up here real quick. We got Bernie H was here. Get everybody in here that's at the end here. Big Ray. Big Ray's here. Okay. Sensei Domino's still here. Thanks for hanging out with me, Sensei. Been here the whole stream. Cards in my car with our Posada. Oh yeah, by the way, Robert, your Patreon package will be mailed out tomorrow. Okay? So you'll get it probably right after the weekend, I'm guessing. Sensei Domino, Jay's Mix is in the house. Got Sensei Domino, right? Jay's Mix, cards in my car, I got. Cards. Chuck Dupree's here. Oh yeah, and again, Chuck, congratulations on Wilma getting her visa to come. Yoda Vintage Cards is Guru and Echo. Cards, Jay's Mix. I think I got Jay's Mix already, right? Yep, Jay's Mix is good. God is Great is here. Okay. Bernie's saying, have a great evening, Donald, and everybody. Another great stream, Donald. Thank you very much, there, Bernie. Appreciate you all. Appreciate you supporting me. Don't think we quite got the double digits, but that's fine, because we need to get to 20 thumbs up to open up this box here that's starting to get dusty. It's starting to get dusty, but that's okay. I'll keep it dusted off until we open it up. It'll be fun. Okay, so that's on standby for whenever, and we will have a Fairfield tomorrow, so don't forget Fairfield Friday for our Friday, and we'll be doing Mel Ott for our Hall of Famer. So we got what? Now it looks like we've got people in here. We've got Bernie H. We've got Big Ray. We've got Cards in My Car. We got Chuck Dupree. We've got Dragon Fan Tim. We've got God is Great. We've got Jay's Mix. We've got Matty Ice Cards. We've got Sensei Domino, and we got Matt, aka Semi Truck. If you were in the 2-minute warning range, just let me know, and I will double check to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I got in the 2-minute warning range. I got Bernie H, Big Ray, Sensei Domino, Cards in My Car with our Posado, Sensei Domino, Jay's Mix, Cards in My Car, Cards in My Car, Chuck Nasty Sports, Yoda Vintage Cards, Cards in My Car, Jay's Mix, and Yoda's Vintage Cards. Those are all the ones that chatted during the 2-minute warning. If you made it in during that time frame and I didn't call out your name now, make sure you say something or forever hold your peace. That's right, it was a big PaPi special David Ortiz biography today, which was episode 232. So this has been Dom Blondal, Hall of Fame veteran, sports cards and more, episode 232, David Ortiz, big PaPi, and baseball card quotes. Appreciate you all being here, and until next time, somewhere, someplace, don't forget, it's not just words, but be blessed. Y'all take care. We'll see you around the channels, and maybe we'll see you at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on WhattNot. Come out and hang out with me. Even if you don't buy anything, that's fine. Just chat with me in the chat. It's always fun. Just like I do in here. I read the chat here. I read the chat on WhattNot. It's fun. So until then, y'all take care.